Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome back to decode Traders Hub. As usual, you know how we do this. And it is a Monday, the 7th of April. Yeah, and you're tuning in right here on this channel, decode Traders Hub, and it's done as usual, taking us through the analysis. All right, so without any further ado, let's pray and then start our session as usual. Father, we thank you for the beautiful morning. I believe you have been able to sustain everyone who is part of this channel in one way or another. Lord, we say thank you that we're back here on this very day, Monday morning, ready to get started with the week, oh God, and ready to make money from the moves, oh God, that you're going to clearly show us, the signals, the strategy that you're giving us to use, and be able to analyze this thing to the very end. We give you praise. We love you so much for the profits that we're making today and throughout the week, because you have started with us. We give you all the honor and the glory. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Right, so I know you guys are ready, and if you're ready, let me know that you are there watching us, and of course from where you're watching us from, let us know. And of course, if you can, go ahead and share the link to as many people as you can. Share the stream again to as many people as you can that you want to join us too. Otherwise, let's start off with Crash 500 as usual. So Crash 500. So on Saturday I analyzed this, and I analyzed this asset, but I was using a phone. So those who are part of signals and those who are part of the channel, our WhatsApp channel, you clearly saw how I analyzed that and how it went as how I analyzed it. Those who are part of the VIP signals and those who are on our general WhatsApp channel, you had that information, or you had that analysis shared with you guys. So it followed the analysis properly, and clearly it came all the way back below here to this resistance right about there, just like I had analyzed. So if you're not part of those two and you either want to join the signals, you can do that. Subscribe for the signal platform. If you can't, then you can go on this very stream, go to the description below. You'll be able to see the link to join the WhatsApp channel, so that you don't miss out on free signals, on information that is coming from me, some communications coming from me, so that you stay alerted on everything that is happening with the community. All right, so today, so yesterday it was still selling, and right now it came back all the way to the support, and all we need, this is a falling wedge, all we need is a breakout. So once we have a breakout, a clear breakout, this is on H1, if we get a clear breakout, I doubt we will get it now. According to H1, price has to again come down below. So means on M15 it's almost overbought. So according to H1, it has to come again down below before we actually see the buys come in. So until then, we are just going to wait for this. So for now, this is a no-go. Let's go to M15, see where is the so it's likely to come to that order block. So okay, it mitigated the fair value gap, but it mitigated that fair value gap right there all the way to here. So it mitigated that, but it may now come for the order block. So that's why I want to wait for that and see if it is going to come all the way there, and then it brings us into sales according to M15. And according to H1, waiting for this entry once we get to that support again will be very, very anticipated right about there. Remember, it can easily even give you a fake breakout too all the way down below, so you want to waiting until there is a clear entry for the buy is always important. Yeah, of course, I know we always love to, and I'm a big culprit of that. I always love to, do a sniper entry, but sometimes these guys know that many people are waiting. They already have their pending orders right here ready to enter buys, and they have their stop losses down below, so they intend to come for that and then take them out immediately. So that's something that you and I can avoid by being patient. Yeah, so we can avoid that and wait. So for now, let's wait for this move, a sell according to M15. From that level, probably we'll be waiting and seeing what will happen. Is this order block on that fair value gap I had shown you? It can also be a point of interest, but according to the movement and how M15 is moving, it's going to reach that level. So that's what we'll be waiting for. Right now, I want to head to Boom 1000. Boom 1000. I also shared the signal, the analysis of Boom 1000 on Saturday on both of the platforms that I've already talked about, the VIP signal and the WhatsApp channel. And I clearly showed you how I made an entry on Boom 1000 and hit my first TP, and after hitting my first TP, this was the move, I think. Let me get to know it. Actually, let me first delete all this. Delete. So this is yesterday, Sunday is here. So this was the move right here. So let's scroll a bit. That was a move, went all the way there, just like I had seen, and entered sales right there. Came, hit my stop loss. Hit my first TP, and immediately it went all the way up. Why? Because it had found some support. It was like a weak support, but it held up and price went all over, and we eventually saw the breakout and the buy started. Remember the previous week we were seeing we wanted buys. Sorry, I forgot to change the name there. It's Boom 1000. So remember the previous week we had been taken out from that level trying to look for buys. On this very level, having gone for the liquidity down below the stop losses and what have you, below that trend line, it gave us a change of character right there. Then that's when the buy momentum started. That's where the buy momentum started. So change of character, tested that level, and then look at that. Look at that. The momentum came low, high, low, high. Now it has come back again to test. It is not even testing according to higher time frame. It's just a liquidity grab. Let's look at H4. Why did it come back? It came back because that's where we saw change of character according to H4. Yes, this is the change of character according to H4. According to H4. And after doing that, look at what price gave us right there. Price started to head over into buys. Price started to head over into buy momentum. Pull back. All we need is now to have a momentum to break out this level right here. It's a weak, one may say it's a weak resistance right there. So we need to see price break it out. I want to show you something again that is interesting. This is also a support trend line down below, right there. It's a support trend line, and it's holding. It gave us that. So now we need to see a new high come through. So this weak resistance is going to be broken up, but according to H1 we are overbought right there. We are overbought. So one may say we need to actually see sells right here. So if that's the case, then M15 should be selling, but it is not the case. M15 is not selling, it's actually looking for buys. So what is wrong here? H4, it's still looking for buys according to H4 time frame. M30 is actually looking for sales. So all this is a bit weird. So we may see a bit of more consolidation right here, coming back again down to this trend line, and then later on going back until H1 is oversold, and then probably we get to see a breakout. But for now, I will not be trading this. For now, I will not be trading this. I will not be trading Boom 1000. Why? Because of H1 not being clear. It's not following the trend. So, and I love trading in H1 and M15. So I don't want to mess up there. So I would rather leave this asset alone and not trade it today until it creates a clear structure for me on H1. Alright, that is Boom 1000. Let's now head over to Boom 500. Boom 500. Let's look at it. Start from weekly. We need sales. Buys, the retest on buy that we wanted, it's still failing to come through according to daily and H4. Excuse me. I don't know if it is cold wherever you are, but here it is a bit cold. and it's now bringing up that kind of value. It's all good. So boom 500. This is a bit strange. It's a bit strange. Right. So we saw that. Stalled, then went into a buy. Went all over up there. So this is coming to oversold H1. H1 is coming to oversold. How about M15? This is the previous TP that we are looking for, having given us this kind of consolidation. We were looking for that right there, and it has come to it just of now. But the problem is we can't be sure of what this is going to give us on H1. Right now you have to follow the trend, and the trend is clearly a downtrend. We are seeing lower lows and lower highs even on H1. According to higher time frame, of course, we've been selling for so long, so that's not an issue. But if you can continue drawing this, you will clearly see that even what we're talking about right there is already happening right there. So we are still like in that kind of consolidation still, according to H4. So this whole thing is I just can't trade it. Probably if M15 shows me oversold, that it is oversold, and H1, then I can look at my entry to take me right back to the upper trend line. But as of now, this is a no-go. As of now, this is a no-go. I need to see something that can actually trigger me to enter buys, and that will be a change of character, having price having touched the lower trend line right down below here. So until then, this is a no-go. I won't waste my time on it, but only to understand that price at a later stage will again get into that move to go to the upper trend line. Right, now let's head over to V25S. I want to remind you that we already know for the weeks we've been trading together, and those who have been on the signals group where we've been consistently getting signals, we've realized that Mondays are a bit messy. I never used to trade Mondays, but when I started signals, I had to provide the signals. But we realized that actually this is something that Monday is always a slow day. Monday and Tuesday, they are always slow days. We came to realization that most of Mondays since we started trading, they are always slow and tricky. Low momentum, first of all. They always have, all the assets tend to always have low momentum, being a Monday, and also most of the times even Tuesdays. So that's why I'm not surprised on what I'm seeing in the market, because that's how Mondays have always been. So I'm not surprised. V25S, let's look at V25S and see what has been happening. So remember, we broke out, we were looking for sales right here on this very level. According to daily, we are oversold. We need to continue with the buys. According to H4, we are overbought. We need to look at a retest, but that is only and only according to CCI. According to CCI, it is showing you that it is overbought. But is it aligning with what we are seeing on the main chart? In some way, in some other way, not the case. In the way concerning resistance, yes. Why? Because there's some resistance right there and price has tended to react on that resistance. But according to price action and the market structure, look at that. We have a break of structure right there. We've been in an uptrend. We've been in an uptrend all the way from when we got this change of character. So we've been in an uptrend. So that brings in the confusion. But this is not that of a much of a confusion. Why? Because already daily is showing us that we need to continue with the buy. That is what it is showing us right there. So let's now head over to H1 and look at what H1 is giving us. H1 on the other hand is giving us a change of character to actually look for a bit of sales, but it has low momentum. So can we enter this asset that is operating, that is moving like this? Not really. I want to first push this right here so that it moves out of the way. So go back to H1. So H1, that is what it is giving us. Change of character. This was like a pullback, not that much of a big thing, but now look at this very low. It is becoming a weak support right there. It is becoming a weak support right there. If I go to M15, you will clearly see what I'm talking about. So everything right here is still a mess, but even though it is still a mess, one thing that is clear here is that we are still in an uptrend. Why? Because we haven't seen any significant change of character on H4 or daily. The one we are seeing on H1, it has already met. It is not even confirmed yet properly, because now this low here is not even taken out again. So if this low is taken out, then one would say now we have started the what? The sales, But until then, this is no go right here. This is a no go. We are not selling yet. We are still in an uptrend. So this, we are going to see price now take over again, either back up there and break out and give us a new high, or come around here and keeps on consolidating for some more time. There is fair value gap there. There is another block right here. So there's still a lot that can happen in this asset. But one of those things that I'm not seeing is the breakout here right here. If it happens to get some momentum and breaks down here, then the sell is going to continue according to H1. Alright, that is it on V25S. Now let's head over to V75. V75. Excuse me. So just a minute. All right, so V75 weekly. Let's go from weekly, daily. Right, so it did what we are looking at, even though we never entered the trade. We never entered the trade. I don't know why I was waiting for it right there when it had already given me this. That was my bad. I don't know why. Yeah, so it did what we actually knew to do. So according to daily, we should be seeing buys continue. According to daily, according to wait, not really. We should actually see sells, because this is where we have a daily change of character right about there. So we have a change of character according to daily. Right there. That's why where we are having a change of character. So I can easily delete this, that. So having seen a change of character on the daily time frame, of course we had already seen it on H4. So price is reacting back where? It's going back to where? Maybe going only right here where it is actually, because I don't see enough. Let's go to H4. I don't see enough. That's where it should be headed to. We have another block there. We have another block here. We have another block here. Probably is coming back to that one according to H4. And then head over into sales according to daily time frame. And probably break this resistance right down below and come to the other order block, which is a daily order block, So for now, that's something I can anticipate according to daily. But as far as the trend is concerned, even though we've seen the change of character, it's not yet confirmed until we see the retest. Until this high, this lower high is done, is being created. As soon as it is done being created, now we can say we are now selling. But of course, according to H4, we are selling. That's the trend. Why? Because that is a change of character right there. And now we reached this level, which is a retracement level according to CCI down below there. It's a retracement level, so it's retracing and then coming down into sales again. According to H1, we are actually buying, so it means it's gonna go there and then later on come into sales just like we need. According to M15, same thing. So for now, I will just wait for H4 time frame. I mean, I can't risk entering buys because the general trend is tending to go to the sales. And of course, even if I go to H1, I don't have a change of character to actually facilitate this kind of buy that we are looking at. According to even M15, it is not there. Maybe right here, but it is not that of a big thing that I could consider right here. You can see even where the retest went, so that is a weird one. So I would rather not enter any buys as of now and just wait for the sales according to H4 coming from all the way there. That is V75. So patience, we have to exercise patience. In as far as Monday and Tuesday are concerned, most of the moves, they don't have enough momentum to actually push for where they intend to go. Jump 50. Let's go. Jump 50, jump 50. Jump 50. Alright, first delete that, not for now. Let me first delete all this, all that. Delete. This was Friday's analysis. We had, I don't know if I remember it here. So we had the fair value gap, the order block, all of which they were taken out. Why? Because the trend was still a sell trend or a downtrend, and it had given us a change of character here to actually sell, but never tested it. So I was looking at retest either there or to even break and continue with the buy according to where we were looking at the TP. Nothing ever happened. Came here, and that's how it kept on playing. So I want to delete everything right here because it did not follow the analysis. It did not actually go as we had planned, and that's why I quickly told those who had entered. Alright, I think that's it. That we need to move out. We wait for H1, and nothing happened to H1, and it kept on actually giving us sells. Break of structure, high, break of structure, high, break of structure, low, low, break of structure, low. Right now it's where it is starting now to come in. So if this level right here, according to H1, if it is taken out, if this lower high is taken out, then one may say we have a change of character and the buying momentum has started. But remember, this is Monday, so Monday is tricky. We may never see that, but according to H4 we are oversold. According to H1 we are already oversold, so we are looking for the breakout to give us a change of character. H1 not yet really, but that can also be taken as a change of character probably, but as of now I would only suggest to wait. That is a fair value gap down below. It has not touched that order block. I would probably wait, because sometimes it does touch the order block, sometimes it only just touches the fair value gap, and now it is within that fair value gap right here. It is within the fair value gap right here. So we will wait still. So this is a no-go. Like I told you, trading on a Monday, it's always a risk. That was jump 50, so I'm just leaving it. If I go to M15, same thing. So the momentum, it's likely to actually continue selling, and if it is likely to continue selling, it may even bring us all the way to the order block that we currently want it to come to be safe with the buy entries when we are ready to enter them. So that is it according to this asset. So yeah, according to M15 we may actually see this move to coming all the way back down. So for now this is a no-go. Even if it gives me an entry, I can't enter it because Oh yes, if it is a sell, I can actually enter because the general momentum is still a sell. The general trend is still a sell, so I can actually enter that if it gives me an entry. But if it was for a buy, no, the buys are not worth it. But either way, in whichever case it is, the momentum will be low. The momentum will be low because it is a Monday. There are few traders in the market to affect the changes in the market that we are anticipating. Jump 25. Now jump 25, it found my limit orders and they were activated. One here is in profits, the other one is in some floating loss, the one right here. So remember, this was the move that I was waiting for, which then come back into sales. So let's first go to weekly. Weekly we are overbought. Daily we are oversold, which is weird. But according to the current structure, we should be looking for sales. But daily, according to CCI, insinuates that we need to be looking for buys. But if I go to market, if I go to the structure, clearly this would have been taken as a change of character right here. Went back, consolidated. Now we're trying to look for our way back into sales. Yeah. And again, using our pattern, which is a symmetrical triangle, one may anticipate sales. Why? Because symmetrical can give you a reversal or a continuation, and clearly according to according to weekly, we are already seeing signals of overbought right there. So if we are overbought, that means we can actually look at sales. Yeah, we can actually look at sales. So that's what I am looking at. According to daily, if daily matches with H4, then we are doomed. These orders right here will be taken out in the near future. Let's look at H4. H4 is still looking for sales. Why? We've been in a sell momentum, and we saw, according to CCI, then we saw price react from this weak resistance, weak support right there. And now all we need now is price to come again. But there are challenges that some lows are being taken out. But remember where it reacted back to, that was a fair value gap that was left back right there. That was a fair value gap left back. So this would have been just a liquidity grab on the fair value gap to continue actually with the move. So as of now, I'm still waiting. According to CCI, it has gone back to the retracement level there. So I should be anticipating a move all the way back into sales or towards the oversold level. So that's what I'm anticipating. Let me look at H1. H1 says we are continuing with the buy. Why? Because we had a change of character here according to H1. So that's where the challenge is. So if it actually continues, then it will take me out. But according to H4, we have seen that the majority of the momentum is towards selling. Let's look at M15. M15 is giving us sales. You can see how weird the momentum is, like I told you, being a Monday. So I'll just leave it. Please don't make any entries. These were my limit orders that were activated because I wanted to make entries right there. But as of now, I'm currently we may currently see these taken out if they try to look for the early sellers. But yeah, according to H4, I'm looking for this move right here, to bring me to this level, which will be a daily okay, just delete this. Daily, I'll be looking for that order block which was left back right there. Yeah, but then here, according to H4, of course, we have that other order block right there. So there's that, there's this. So all those are our points of interest that we are likely to see price come back to. So for now, that's a no-go. Please don't make any entries for now on jump 25 until further notice. Jump 10, and the buy started just like we wanted. When did it start? Let's see. Never give me the pullback that I needed according to H4, so I couldn't make that entry, so I missed it. I actually missed that. The pullback that happened was this very fast fair value gap. That's where we saw the pullback too, and that would have been very tricky for me to actually look at when I had this very fair value gap down below. That's how I missed an entry. That is my bad. And the buy started all the way and even broke out of this chart pattern. So remember, we are looking at price coming back to that and then heading back to sells. Why? Because according to weekly, we have that kind of pattern and we just need to continue with sells. But according to daily, this is the reason why we were oversold. Now we wanted a pullback according to daily. Then once we are done with the pullback on daily, then we enter sells to take us all the way down below. So that's what we are anticipating. So probably we will see enough momentum to break out on this very weak resistance right here and this weak resistance right there. If it is taken out and it goes all the way up, the better, and then we can look at now entering. We can now look at entering sells. But as of now, this H4 or daily, okay, actually H4 is oversold, overbought right about there according to CCI. So H4 should be looking at selling, but all this I'm not buying that because the momentum that we are currently seeing. So I'd rather leave this asset alone. I know according to daily, I need to see a pullback like that. So according to daily, we may wait for that, then we enter again. We can actually enter probably tomorrow or Wednesday, the buy to take us up there, because what we are looking at, because of low momentum, the whole of today may actually remain just about here, may not even may end up just about here. That is how Mondays are very tricky. It may keep like this, giving just a market like this, from there like that, until the day ends. So that's how Monday is tricky. So I rather not make any mistake of entering any trades today because of what can easily happen. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change. This has been jump 10. This has been jump 10. So that is how the market is tricky. My advice is my advice is don't make any entries. That is my advice. Being a Monday, don't make any entries. That is my advice, to be safe. Why? Because of the momentum of the market. There are low traders in the market today, and hence low momentum. Are we together? I hope we are together there, and we are hanging on. The moves will come, but probably not today because of what we are seeing. So I'd rather not trade at all and leave it until I see probably the one that we are anticipating. Probably if you have an entry on jump 25, probably if you get an entry, an entry that would mean probably a pullback to that fair value gap, probably a pullback to there, then you can make an entry. But if you can't get it, then don't make any entry, please, because it is a weird market and a risky market to make any entries. So as what this, of course, we need this to come to this. We need it to come to this, to the order block. So if it happens to give it to us according to M15, then we will have our entries. But if it doesn't, please don't make that mistake. Crash 500, it's still playing within these two trend lines, so you know the drill, how we normally trade that. It has decided to sell. It has decided to continue selling, but this may only be a pullback according to M15 and M5, which is likely to now actually give us a breakout right about there. So we don't know until we understand what is happening here. Let's look at FIB. And it has actually reacted back to 61.8, which is a better move for us, a better way to actually enter, to actually anticipate a pullback. So that's a buy there that I'm seeing. In fact, that's a buy right there, right here. That's a buy right here. That's a buy. That's a buy for me that I would gladly enter now and put my stop loss just below. That's a buy for me on Crash 500. That's a buy, but I'm not going to risk a lot. I'm just going to put it right there and bring my stop loss just below here. That's a buy that I'm looking at, and I'll be looking at my TP right there. I'll be looking at my TP right there. This is a small asset, so it doesn't give a lot of money, so you can either enter it or just leave it alone. You can either enter it or leave it alone. This is Crash 500. Wait a minute. According to M5, we have a change of character. but that's weird. M5 is showing us change of character, but then M15, not the case. It's not the case, so I will go with M15. I will go with M15. I will go with M15. Yeah. So the entry was based on M15 and M5. Let's see what happens. My stop loss is down below there, and I can even increase my TP just according to M15. Can increase it to just right there. All right, so boom, 1,000. Remember, we have already started the recap, so if you waited for me to say we have started the recap, sorry, we are already in the recap. That is what is happening on boom 500. We had a change of character, but we are anticipating price to keep playing within here like that, and then later on until it has enough momentum to break out from that very resistance level. So if I go to M15, you will see that we are likely to sell this asset at a later stage. So that is it. Boom 500, like I told you, it is going to keep playing within here, and I don't know why it didn't touch, but yeah, that's where we see that. Boom 500, I mean volatility 25s, low momentum, no go. V75 pull back there, probably will get into a sell, but remember, low momentum. Jump 50, we need it. We can, if we get an entry to sell it, you can sell it according to M15, but remember the low momentum we are talking about being a Monday, so take note of that. Jump 25, already my limits are activated, so I said you can either look at entering right there, but only and only if you afford, if your account can afford to actually enter such an account, such a trade, I mean, because you'll be risking due to the low momentum in the market. You don't want to go into the market that will keep playing within like this level right here, like within this level, goes up, comes down, goes up, and the whole day ends when it is giving you that. You've seen that when it does that, it just goes up a bit, then it comes like this, and the whole day ends when it is around such level. That is what I'm meaning by low momentum. So you don't want to enter such, so you rather leave it. If I had not put my limit orders, I think it was Friday or Saturday, I would not have now entered this asset for till further analysis. So I think that's it for today. Let me wish you guys a good day. Those who will stay in trying to look for some moves, please trade responsibly. Don't rush into making rational decisions that you will regret later when you are taken out and you've made a loss. Then the other thing is, those who have entered with me Crash 500, don't forget to trail your stop losses, and of course, once you're okay with the profits that you've made, close, and you know, even if you don't hit your daily target, it's better than losing money. The plus is better than the minus, so you rather, you know, do that. So I think that's it for today. Let's we'll be back here tomorrow, same time as usual, 10:30 to 11:30. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading day. Trade responsibly, apply proper risk management, and you'll be good to go as usual. Those who are part of the signals and part of my mentorship program, you know I endlessly talk about risk management. So apply that and you will see success in your career as far as trading is concerned. Happy trading and happy week. Let's be what is the word? Hopeful. Let's be hopeful and know that we are going to make this money this week, and it is at our disposal to do that. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.